Stay tuned as we check out this SH Figuarts Falcon from Avengers Infinity War. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today something a little bit different but still Marvel related. Of course, we're going to take a look at this SH Figuarts Falcon from Avengers Infinity War. Now, I don't review many SH Figuarts on the channel, not because I don't want to, but mainly because I have bills to pay, and usually these figures are maybe 4 times more expensive than your average Marvel Legend. So I definitely have to pick and choose which ones I buy. I think the last one I reviewed on this channel was Hulk, which is probably the best Hulk action figure there is. So I knew that Bandai wasn't going to let me down with another one of my favourite characters in the MCU, which is Falcon. Really like Anthony Mackie's portrayal of Sam Wilson, and I'm very excited to see where Marvel go with this character in the future, whether it be in movies or it's rumoured he's going to get his own Disney Plus streaming show along with Winter Soldier. So I'm hoping this guy will scale well with my Marvel Legends. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm definitely going to do some comparisons with the Marvel Legends. But looking from the box, it's looking nice. We get his 2 interchangeable heads, and I'm really liking that unmasked head, which we never got with the Marvel Legends. He also comes with his 2 weapons that he's always using in the films. So again, something we never got with the Marvel Legends. So yeah, so far it's looking good. So on the front of the box, we get all the logos, including that shininess that it shows it's official SH Figuarts. As let's be honest, there's a lot of knockoffs going around for these type of figures on eBay. Please don't support them. Get the legit ones because the quality is always far superior. At the top, we get the Avengers logo, more logos and stuff on the side. On the back, we get some promo pictures of the figure itself. On the side, more pictures, more writing stuff, all the boring stuff out of the way. Let's get him open. Pow! So this is how we get Falcon straight out the box. Looking very simple now. He obviously hasn't got his wings or his goggles on. He's not battle ready, but still I always appreciate this display option, and I do think it looks really, really good. Love the design of the outfit. Always have since we've seen it at the end of Age of Ultron, and then again in Civil War, and again in Infinity War. Looks really, really good, and again I always appreciate display options. So this figure does of course come with some accessories, which are his wings. Of course, it wouldn't be Falcon without them. Comes with an interchangeable head with his goggles, which again, I'll show you in more detail in a minute. This one actually comes with some guns as well, which we've seen him use since Winter Soldier, but we've never had them in figure form. Now we do. And he also comes with some different pairs of hands, 2 open palms, and then 2 trigger fingers to hold those guns. So he has 3 sets of hands in total. So I should probably show you them. They're the guns, and then he gets a back piece as well to plug in his wings, and then even like a little extension for the stand, which I'll show you in a minute. So let me zoom in, show you some of these details up close and personal, and then we'll get him in his flying pose. And here we have our unmasked head of Sam Wilson. And you do actually see a bit of Anthony Mackie in there from certain angles. Maybe a drowsy Anthony Mackie, but you can definitely see him from certain angles. I think they've done a really good job. And again, we haven't had an unmasked head of this guy yet, so I always appreciate that display option. In regards to the rest of the figure, again, I like this outfit, always have. And it's sort of like a metallic-y red, which I appreciate amongst the greys and the blacks and the silvers. It just looks really, really good, even all the way down to the boots and the shin pads there. On the back, it's a bit more chromy, a bit more red. This back piece is more chromy. See his shoulder pads there, all the way down to the gloves. Yeah, really like it. And it's SH Figuarts people as well, so you know the articulation is on point. You're going to get this guy in all the poses you want. Plenty of options, especially for those flying poses. His head goes all the way back. He's got some ab crunch, and his double jointed legs, double jointed elbows, of course. So yeah, now that's out of the way, let's pop off this head, see what he looks like with his goggles, shall we? So there's actually a peg inside the heads, which is a little bit different, which I haven't seen yet, and you can actually just plug it in to the neck, and that gives you some extra articulation on the head. So you do get neck articulation, but you also get the joint in the head as well, which makes you get him in some really good flying poses. And again, that goggle head looks really, really good. Much better than the Legends one prior. But I'll get into comparisons at the end. So how do we put his wings on? Of course, it's not Falcon without his wings. So to do that, on the back, you just unclip this backpack. You plug in this backpack that has the pegs on. So you can see there the pegs. Then you bring in the wings. And then the wings have a little hole that you plug in. It is that simple. And then obviously there's some articulation on the wings as they're in ball joints. So don't pull them too hard, it will come out like that. But there you go. There's your articulation for the wings. There's Anthony Mackie. Pow. Now that is starting to look much more like Falcon. So if I have a closer look at those wings, again, there's some nice texture on there, nice colour. And these little pegs I've already plugged in, but these come packaged separately. You just plug them in. And of course, that's so you can get Anthony Mackie holding his wings. So I'll do that pose in a minute. But yeah, this guy's looking really, really good. So the wingspan is about 13 inches, which is pretty good. May actually be longer than the Marvel Legends one. So, and again, while he's here, I'm going to show you the hands. So he comes with a pair of fisted hands. So again, it's a fist. He comes with a pair of open palm, sorry. And again, swapping out the hands is nice and easy. And then lastly, he comes with some trigger hands. And the trigger hands are the ones you can use to hold the guns. And the guns fit in nice and snug. They are not going to fall out. So obviously you get that on both sides. You get him flying in the air and it's going to look good. Pow, and that is how you should have your Falcon posed, flying above your Avengers on the shelf. Looks really great. Obviously you can see my flight stand there holding them up, but it still looks really, really good. If I just grab the camera, you can actually see his hands are holding on to those pegs that I told you about on both sides. So there's plenty of articulation. And of course he's in a flying stand, but his head is still posed straight so he can look forward. And another great pose you're going to be able to get him in is, of course, him holding his trademark guns and still flying on his wings. So again, some great articulation for the wings so you can display him any way you want. I may have him displayed like this. Looks really, really good. Like the guns as well. As I said, fits snugly into the hands. Sorry if they're not focusing. But yeah, looks really, really good. If you're a fan of Falcon and you're a fan of Marvel Legends and 1/12 scale, then this is definitely the best Falcon on the market without a doubt. And before we get into some comparisons, I just thought I'd show you on the back here, in between the wings, you can see a little hole. Unfortunately, you can't take Red Wing out. He stays in there, but you can plug in this little extra piece you get with the SH Figuarts figure, which is just a little extra transparent piece, and you can use that to plug in to a flight stand. So you can use Falcon on a flight stand and get him flying. So here we have our Falcon from that Marvel Legends 2-pack with Winter Soldier, and I just want to show you how superior this SH Figuarts one is if I swap them out right now. Look how much better this Falcon looks. This is why you pay the big bucks. Just looks much better. Yeah. You're not going to be disappointed if you're a Falcon fan and you get this figure. Looks great flying, looks great posed just standing there. So yeah, really good. So here we have our Falcon comparison. These two are Marvel Legends. This is the single packed Walmart exclusive from Civil War. And as I said, this is the one from the 2-pack with Winter Soldier. And these two are exactly the same figure. This one's just got a slightly updated repaint, but come on, let's be honest, this one is far superior, and he is only millimeters shorter than the Marvel Legends. So this guy will fit in your Marvel Legends collection. If you have him flying above the Avengers, no one is going to notice he's millimeters shorter than he should be. So if I bring him back to back, you can see what I mean. It's hardly much of a difference. I hope it doesn't come across like a big difference, because it really isn't. There's millimeters in it. I have tried to put the unmasked Anthony Mackie head on the Marvel Legend just out of pure curiosity, but because there's an actual peg in that head, it doesn't really sit in there properly, and it just wouldn't work. Even if you modded it a little bit, I really don't think it would work how you imagine, which is a shame, because Marvel Legends should have really given us an unmasked head for Sam Wilson. So I think it's easy to say which is the superior Falcon and which one's going to be having pride and place in my collection. And yeah, if you are curious about the size difference and if this Figuarts figure will scale with your Marvel Legends, I definitely think it's worth the upgrade if you're a Falcon fan. And here we have some comparisons with his fellow Avengers. Here we have Black Widow from the Age of Ultron Amazon exclusive 4-pack, Winter Soldier from the 2-pack from Infinity War, and then Captain America from the Marvel Studios 2-pack with Crossbones. And again, he scales quite well considering it's SH Figuarts. If you're going to have him stand in, again, you can move your figures about and probably get it to work. But if you're going to have him flying above them, no one's going to notice the difference. I just wanted to show that if you are going to have your Falcon flying above your Avengers, you're really not going to notice the difference in scale. I think he looks really good flying with the team. Again, it's millimeters difference. So with him in the sky, it sort of gives you that perception he's in scale. So yeah, I think it looks really good and will fit in nicely with my Marvel Legends. And before I finish, I thought it was worth a mention that none of his backpacks detach to give you Red Wing. So if you have your Marvel Legends Red Wing, of course, he will scale with this Falcon. But maybe it'll be a good idea to maybe paint this one chrome, as some of the greys might not fit well with your Falcon. But still, you can get it to work. And then, just for fun, just for no particular reason at all, let's see what he looks like with Cap Shield. I don't know why, just thought it would be fun to have a look. And there we have Falcon with a Cap Shield. What do you think? What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. Probably a little bit too big, but it is Marvel Legends after all. But yeah, not bad. So final thoughts are, I really like this Falcon figure. Whether you collect Marvel Legends or SH Figuarts, I think you're going to be happy with this guy. The only other SH Figuarts I have from Infinity War is Hulk. And again, look how good these two look together. I definitely pick and choose my SH Figuarts, as they are usually 4 times the price of a Marvel Legend. And I do think I've made some good choices picking these two, as they both scale really well with my Legends, and definitely the best Falcon figure and definitely the best Hulk figure. So yeah, I recommend them both highly. I got my Falcon from Comic and Cocktails. I believe there's still some in stock, so go and get some if you're interested. But as always, people, if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. Plenty of Marvel Legends reviews coming soon. More endgame figures, hopefully. And let me know in the comments, do you think Falcon should have got the shield? I think it was the only choice, to be honest. And as always, people, my name is Dan W, and I shall see you on the next one.